Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a get ready with me trying some new products that I've recently purchased, and this is the look that I came up with. It's a very dramatic red, kind of like vibrant look. I really ended up liking the look that I created, so hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I just did my brows, I moisturized, all that stuff. My brows are not working with me today. I absolutely hate them, but we're just gonna ignore them, especially this one. Let me just clean this up a little bit because it's... So this is not a new product, but it's a new product to me. This is the Morphe 3502 palette. I do have the first one. I haven't used it in forever. I don't know why, because I really do love that palette, but I was at Ulta and I saw this and I was like, I need to have it in my collection. So this is what the palette looks like. Very warm, obviously, and there's a lot of reds, oranges, browns. Totally my type of palette. I love it, and I love how they have names for each eyeshadow now. We're going to try and do a look with this today. I already have a feeling that it's going to be a very vibrant red look, and lately I've been really loving wearing red eyeshadow. It's one of those colors that I like to wear when I want a pop of color. I'm gonna go in with the shade Orb. It's the third one right here. It's kind of like a soft brown color, and just apply that to my crease. I am so sorry guys that I haven't posted in almost, I think it's like been almost 3 weeks or something, but I have been so very busy with just life. I'm actually in the process of going back to school finally. If you guys didn't know, I am turning 24 this year, and I haven't been in school since I think I was 19, 20. I don't even remember, but it's been a long time, and I honestly do miss the school setting. It's not like confirmed yet. I'm looking around at different schools and stuff, seeing what's going to be best for me, and I'm going to try and start in September. Hopefully that is the plan. Now I'm going to take the shade Heat. It is the shade just on the bottom, or just underneath the color Orb, right over here, and apply that to the crease as well. I'm not going to go into like what I'm doing for school yet, just because like I said, it's not confirmed yet. I don't want to like jinx anything or get my hopes up, but just know that I'm trying to go back to school, and it's been long overdue. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I was not a very good student back in high school. I remember like elementary school and most of middle school, I was I was an honor roll student. I was a goody two-shoes. I always did my work. I almost got straight A's, except my worst subject was math, and I could never ever get more than a B in math. And I think at one point, I think in 7th grade, I was getting an A in every class except in math. I was getting a D+, and I don't know if it's the same for everywhere, but in Seattle, a D+ is barely passing. But you definitely want to always like get at least a C, because D does not look good on your report card, stuff like that. So I was barely passing. My mom was kind of like a perfectionist when it came to me, and she really wanted me to get an A in math. So she signed me up for this tutoring thing called Sylvan Learning. I don't know if it's still a thing. I know they have similar things like it now, but it's pretty much like this tutoring center where a bunch of kids like go. I think it was literally like $50 per session, which is pretty expensive. She was paying a lot of money for me to get a good grade in math, and I felt like it was a waste of time, because like literally the first 3 sessions that I had, that's already $150, and they were teaching me like basic elementary school math, which I think they were doing that on purpose because they wanted to get more money out of us, and their excuse was like, oh, they want to start me off like fresh, learning like the basics of math, which was dumb because I already obviously knew all this stuff. So that was like $150 down the drain, and she pulled me out of the tutoring, and I never got past a C or B in math, which is fine. I was still passing, wasn't a big deal, but I've just never been good at math. I kind of want to play around with this super vibrant red in this palette right here. It's called Fire. And I kind of just want to add that to the crease as well, just to make it pop a little bit more. But besides math, I really loved English. I love reading and writing, and I wasn't like the best at it, but it was something that I genuinely enjoyed. If you guys have kept up with all my videos, you would know I didn't really have the best childhood in school. I was bullied, severely bullied a lot, especially in 6th grade. 6th grade was like the worst because I went to this really bad school where all the kids there were just very mean, and I was like physically bullied there. I hated that place. But ironically, that school actually closed down, I think 2 years after I went there, because I don't know, I think they like lost all the money or something. I'm not really quite sure, but good, because it was a very bad school, very bad environment. I'm going to deepen up the look just a tad. I'm going to add some brown to it. Let's take this brown here. Kind of has like a reddish undertone, and it's called In the Zone. Just gonna apply it a little bit to the outer V. This is gonna be like a super vibrant look, and I'm not even really doing anything today. I think Nigel just wanted to go out for a early dinner, early lunch. I think he wants to get sushi or something, and then we were just gonna take Lacey to the dog park. She looked at me. All the people at the dog park are gonna be like, who is this girl wearing red ass eyeshadow? But I don't care. So I picked up this Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot. I showed a different one in one of my past hauls. It was like the Park Avenue Princess shade, and I really loved that one. But I went ahead and picked up a new shade called Fire Dancer. This is what they look like. Vibrant red color. We're gonna apply that to the lid. And I'm a little bit scared because I know how intense these chrome paints can be. It's kind of like a cranberry color. You can kind of see a little bit of purple. I'm just going to go in with the previous colors we used and just reapply them. I'm just going to take a baby wipe and clean up the edges because it's kind of a little messy. So I've been using this Maybelline Curvitude liner lately, and I actually really like it. It's kind of a little bit hard to use, but once you get used to it, it's a lot easier. But I'm just going to do a wing. Alright, so taking a break from the eyes, I'm going to move on to the face now. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Foundation Primer. I've been really liking this lately. So I was like really bullied in middle school. I kind of just focused on my studies because I didn't really have a lot of friends either. So school was like the only thing that I had. It was like my first priority pretty much. But moving on to high school, I think I did good my freshman year, but then a lot of stuff in my personal life happened, like with my family, and that's when I stopped trying pretty much. Like, I hated going to school. I would find any like reason or excuse not to go to school, and I remember like every single time that I got my period, I would always complain that I had cramps, even if I didn't, just so I didn't have to go to school. I was a pretty bad kid, and then like towards the end, like the last 2 years of high school, I would skip school a lot, or at least I would skip a couple of classes I didn't like really like going to. And there was like at one point I almost did not graduate because I was like failing almost every single one of my classes because I never went to them. So it was pretty scary, but in the end, I got my act together. I showed this in my haul as well. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. I've already tried it, but the bad thing is that I got the wrong shade. As usual, I can never find my right shade, especially online. This is the color Warm Natural 12. It's about like 3 shades too light for me, so I'm just going to mix it with my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation and Sand, which is too dark for me. And today I'll be using a new sponge. I'm going to be using my Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge. Let's use this side. But But I was like a loner in school. Like I didn't have any friends, and the friends that I did have had like their own little group already, so I was kind of like an outcast. I remember like I would dread doing like group projects and stuff, especially where we got to pick our own partners, because like I would always end up with all like the other loner kids, or I just wouldn't have a group at all, and then the teacher would have to stick me with like some random group, and it was just really embarrassing. But I don't know, whenever I tell like my viewers that I was like that in high school, like they don't believe me, because they think I would be like this really popular girl that was really involved in school, but I was like the total opposite of that. With all of that aside, like I said, I really did enjoy reading and writing the most. I dropped out of college because I was paying for tuition like the last quarter that I went. It's kind of like a long story why, but I just didn't feel like I was going to school for something that I really wanted to do, so I ended up just dropping out. I just started working minimum wage jobs. My first job ever was at a grocery store deli. Nigel's mom actually got me the job there, and it was a good first job, I guess, but definitely like one of the worst jobs I've ever had. After that, I moved on to being a barista, which was a lot more fun. I've just been having minimum wage jobs ever since, and it has not been very fulfilling, which is why I'm like really excited to go back to school and hopefully get a jump start on some sort of career. Now I'm just going to take my Becca under eye brightening corrector and apply a little bit of that to my under eyes. Okay, so this I'm really excited for. This is a new Makeup Revolution Conceal. My mom is FaceTiming me. Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm filming a video. Say hi.
You wanna eat?
Eat where?
We're heading to West Seattle right now.
This is supposed to be kind of like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, I've heard. I can see like the applicator is kind of the same, but a lot of people have been saying it's like not as heavy coverage, which I might actually like that, because the Tarte Shape Tape can sometimes be a little too heavy for me and a little bit too drying, so maybe this will be my new favorite. And it's actually like really nice shade. I'm just gonna take my Wet n Wild pressed powder, apply that all over the face. I hit pan on this, which is exciting. I can get a new one. I'm just gonna take my Too Faced loose powder and use that to set my under eyes. I'm not gonna bake. I haven't really been baking a lot lately. I think it just takes too much time. Also, a lot of you guys have been adding me on Instagram and Snapchat after I posted my workout clothing haul. So I know a lot of you guys are probably interested in me talking about my fitness journey at the moment, and I actually feel really guilty because I have not been eating the best this whole week, and I only went to the gym one time, which is super bad. Like, I feel really guilty, but keep telling myself like it's just for this week. I just haven't really been having the best week, but Monday will be a fresh new start for me to get back on track, so I'm not too worried about it. But I just want to say, like, this year so far of 2018 has been like so good to me, and I've just been like super happy. I posted a tweet the other day and a lot of you guys liked it. I was pretty much just saying like how 2018 has just been really good to me, and I've just been really proud of myself and all the accomplishments and stuff that I've made so far in the year. Obviously, I'm like really proud of myself for like my whole fitness thing, and getting myself to go to the gym and eat healthier, because I honestly didn't think I could do it, but here I am. I've lost 9 pounds so far, and I still don't know if I plan on losing more or if I'm just going to try and maintain the weight now and just try to lose fat, gain muscle. We'll see. We'll see what my body wants to do with itself. We're going to take the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. Looks like this. And I'm not really going to contour. I'm just going to like do a light bronze. I don't want my face makeup to be too heavy because the eyes are already kind of a lot. And I definitely have to say, guys, if you are struggling with depression and anxiety, I definitely recommend hitting the gym or working out, because I am someone who has struggled with my depression and anxiety for so long now, and I was complaining about it all the time last year, but once I started going back to the gym, I'm literally like 100% more happier than I was before, and I'm not as anxious all the time like I used to be. Before, like, I would overthink all the freaking time, and it would literally, like, I would literally torture myself by doing that, and I would have anxiety attacks, panic attacks every single week, and it was just really bad on my health and my mental state. Just this year in general, I made it a main goal to just focus on myself and only worry about myself, because I am the type of person who, I just care a lot about other people to the point where it's like too much. I use my Tarte blush palette. Some of these shades I haven't used yet, but I'm going to do something very neutral. And this is right here. I'm the type of person where I would take other people's problems, even if they weren't even about me or had to do with me, and I would just make them my own, pretty much. I would just be so unhappy because I was always thinking about everyone in my life and how if they were like really upset or sad, then I would be upset and sad, and sometimes I wouldn't show it, but like whenever like I was alone or just thinking about them, I would just get so depressed, and that was something I just wanted to change about myself. As kind of like self-centered as it sounds, I just wanted to be more selfish, because I've always been a very selfless person, and it was just eating me up inside, and I was just not a happy person. So now that this new year has come and I've been focusing more on myself, worrying about myself, not worrying about others, I've just been really happy. I'm really excited because I have a new highlight I want to try out today. Can you guys guess what highlight it is? It is the Anastasia Amorisi highlighter. I am so freaking excited. I swatched it a couple days ago when I first got it, but I have not used it yet. The packaging is pretty. It looks like I am dying at how like blinding this already looks. Ooh, you guys see that? It's really pretty. So I'm just gonna add 1 or 2 layers right now and then build it up. This is like the perfect like everyday highlighter. Like, it's not super blinding. If you want it to be, then you can definitely build it up. And I feel like this is a very versatile color, just because it's not too yellow, not too gold. I feel like it'll just go with any look that you're doing. So I'm going to put on some setting spray. I got this from my cousin for a gift that she got me. It's the MAC Mineralized Charged Water Skin Hydrating Mist. I have never like heard of this before, but and it has like little shimmers in it. I don't know if it's going to show on the face. It probably won't as much, but it's supposed to be very hydrating. So, and then for lips, I've got a combo here. I've got the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Lay Down the Mauves. So I want a very neutral lip, obviously. Okay, and I'm going to use this Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Hudson. I got this in my haul as well. I got it in a set from TJ Maxx. It came with like 3 little mini ones, and this is like the nude shade. Alright, so I just popped on some lashes. These are the iLore Crazy Ray Ray Vlogger Series lashes. I've told you guys many times before how much they are like my favorites, but I bought like a bunch from Walgreens about a month ago, and they're definitely not the same as how they used to be. They're a lot more stiff and just not good. Like, I really need to find better new lashes now, because these are definitely like not my favorite anymore. But anyways, while those are drying on my eyes, I'm gonna try this e.l.f. tinted lip oil in the shade Nude Kiss. I've heard so many good things about these, but I could never find them in stores and they were always sold out on the e.l.f. website, but since Ulta is carrying e.l.f. now, I saw that they were fully stocked on these lip oils, so I'm very excited. Hopefully these will hydrate my lips a little bit because they're very dry right now, but ooh, this is really pigmented. Oh, like cupcakes. Nigel like came home from work and he said he wanted to take me out for dinner, and now he's like taking a nap. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I pretty much loved every single new product that I used today. You'll probably hear more about it in an upcoming favorites video or something. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these types of videos and if you want me to do more. And also don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of me. Hope you guys have a good day or night, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.